EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Bengals had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Terry McLaurin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. First and 10, here's Levis. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a 2nd and 6. Levis looking to move him around a bit. Second and 6. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston. yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
3rd and short. It's Levis. They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Off the option, here's Akers.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball down because usually you get the defense back on its heels.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt.
Back deep is Kadarius Toney.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
20
Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Breece Hall
with career touchdown number 75.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
1st and 10. It's Levis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Quentin Johnston. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
43!
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Straight ahead is Hall. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On Sunday.
Hall again on 2nd down. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Mahomes. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Kadarius Toney from 21 yards away. And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the option right, here's Levis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Levis on third down. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Levis now on 1st and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Levis. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Cam Akers, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Juju Brents. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. On 1st down, Levis. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Levis, who's going to audible to something else. On 2nd down, Cook, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to down the numbers. There he goes.
Inside the 10, and he's in for the touchdown. Final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're
and Levis tosses his third interception of the game. Racing to the end zone. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TV. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage. turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Off the play fake, Levis.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right, because this team felt like they let one get away in the opener. And not only were they determined to not let the same thing happen here, they knew that they had to correct a bunch of things. So everything that went wrong in game 1, they took care of business with it in game 2.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Play action now. Levis.
At the 30-yard line.
It's reeled in downfield by Johnston.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, someone is certainly having a big game, and while that sack doesn't quite have the splash of his pick 6 from earlier, you know he's thrilled to be making big plays during a great individual effort today.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Levis. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Johnston. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
But it brings up 4th down.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals will get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded just inside the 30. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
First and 10. Here's Levis.
He finds his man complete. That's Hoffman. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Levis back to throw.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now a second and 10. Levis to throw it.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Now Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
And Levis going to change the play. Cook will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
They'll keep it on the ground. And he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Levis to throw off play action. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Off the option, here's Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Levis sets up to throw here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And quickly, they get to the line. It looks like they'll move things around here. Here's Levis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter. Deficit here. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Bengals drive about to get going. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
In motion left goes a tight end. Paul on a give up the middle. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second down and 3.
Come back.
On the toss, it's Paul. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball.
He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. This is 2nd and 8. And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play.
15.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Ready?
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
Here we go. Back.
One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 40-second mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realizes there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for